Published 1424 EDT, the 12th of September 2017. Updated 1730 EDT, the 12th of September 2017. Roy Hodgson believes he has returned home after sealing his return to football management with Crystal Palace. The 70-year-old will take his first training session at the club's Beckenham HQ on Wednesday after signing a 2-year contract worth £2.5 million a year. Hodgson will also net a bonus of at least £1 million if he manages to keep Palace in the Premier League. Steve Parish posted a picture of Roy Hodgson on social media welcoming him back to the club. Hodgson takes over at Crystal Palace and he is glad to be back at a club he has always loved. Roy Hodgson has been named the new Crystal Palace manager on a 2-year contract. Frank de Boer was sacked as Crystal Palace boss after just 4 league games in charge. Of former England manager has wasted no time in putting his stamp on the club by adding right-hand man Ray Lewington to his coaching staff, while Sammy Lee, who worked under Sam Allardyce and Frank de Boer, has been shown the door. All of de Boer's staff have also left Selhurst Park, while doubts remain over the futures of head of performance Ryland Morgans and goalkeeper coach Martin Margetson, who were both employed by Allardyce last season. Hodgson said, "This is very much the club of my boyhood, and I remember in my youth watching the club from the terrace at the Holmesdale Road end, which gave me such fond memories." Hodgson returns to football after leaving his position as England manager after Euro 2016. Hodgson has managed Fulham, Liverpool, West Brom and Blackburn in the top flight. "In those days I had dreams of playing for the team. Then as a coach you think about coaching the team, and a lot has happened in between. It is very rewarding to find myself here now as the Palace manager, at a club I have always loved and admired, with a huge potential. We're the club of South London, with an enormously large fan base. The ambitions here are realistic and there is an enormous potential for growth, and I hope we can achieve our goals." Former Crystal Palace manager Sam Allardyce was another name being linked to the job. He has previously spent much of his career abroad, managing in Italy, Finland and Sweden. Hodgson will be back in the Premier League for the first time since leaving West Brom in 2012. Roy Hodgson has become the oldest Premier League managerial appointment after being named Crystal Palace boss. The 70-year-old former England manager replaces Frank de Boer, who was sacked after just 77 days and 4 games in charge. Here, Press Association Sport takes a look at the 5 previous oldest Premier League new boys. GUUS Hiddink 69. The former Netherlands boss was named interim Chelsea manager following the sacking of Jose Mourinho and guided them on a 12-game unbeaten run, finishing 10th. Hiddink had also managed the Blues for the final 3 months of the 200,809 campaign. He was recently linked with a return to the South Korea job. Dick Advocaat 67 took over at Sunderland in March 2015, a day after the sacking of Gus Poyet, with the Black Cats 1 point above the relegation zone. Advocaat left after keeping them up but had a change of heart and signed a 1-year contract only to resign in October. Now in his 3rd spell in charge of the Dutch national team. Bobby Robson 66. The ex-England boss arrived at Newcastle via spells at PSV Eindhoven, Sporting Lisbon, Porto and Barcelona in September 1999. He stayed 5 years, guiding the Tunin to the Champions League twice and to the UEFA Cup semi-finals. Died in 2009 aged 76 after a long battle with cancer. Harry Redknapp 65. QPR turned to Redknapp in November 2012 after sacking Mark Hughes with the side bottom of the Premier League table and without a win in their opening 12 games. He could not keep Rangers up but got them promoted the following season. Now 70, Redknapp is manager at Championship Birmingham. Neil Warnock, 65, came in for a second spell at Palace after Tony Pulis left before the 201,415 season. But following a poor start to the campaign with the Eagles in the relegation zone, Warnock was sacked in December. Currently pushing for promotion back to the Premier League with Cardiff.